relic has been cracked open. Finish your mission to find out what's inside.
Hello people that clicked on the video. I'm not talking right now just so y'all can, anybody that's watching that's interested, can just take in the one shot. This is an updated version of a video I already posted. I don't think anybody watched it. But this is basically, from my experience, and other people can try other ways to do this. This is the best setup I can come up with to use not just the Vulkar, but any sniper. I'm on a journey to 100k kills with this thing, and I'm almost there. I'm trying to do it in this mission, but the enemies are starting to spawn slower. I'm yapping right now, but I'm also gonna put a time either in the comments or however to do that, where the builds are if you don't care about this stuff. But I do want to include a fair amount of kills just to show the consistency of how often you will be getting one shots. Alright, and this is a special part that I can demonstrate the Acolyte Killer. If anybody wants to try this, this is how I do it. Sad that wasn't a one shot, but yep, the Redeemer is amazing. I used to bring the glaive, but the Redeemer just, it does a lot of damage now because of the new galvanized mods. While I'm also playing, and I'm gonna try to limit the amount of yap I'm doing. Sorry if I'm being annoying, but I will be honest, this method to do this isn't very newbie friendly. I mean, you could probably get away with it, but I am using a Riven, and the Riven really will make the difference if you're using something that is 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 4 God roll, ideal roll, which is the dual crit multi next zoom. I will talk about it more in detail once I get to the build, but you will need a quite fair amount of investment into the game to be able to do what I'm doing right now with Hero.
Got another round in ya?
Also, I will throw it out there, I have died 5 times during this run. Some of them because sometimes it was because I was just being a noob and I was being trash, reckless. But if you actually just lock in, you won't die a single time doing this. The biggest threats to this setup are nullifier bubbles, violence, the acolyte that can silence your abilities, and that's pretty much it. Anything that can nullify you and take you out of your invisibility. That's what's keeping us alive right now, the invisibility from evade. I replaced the 3, like I said in the first video when I did this. I replaced the 1. I think the 1 is very useful compared to the 3 for Hero. And what carries the setup, sorry I cannot speak, is Hero's 4, which has given us that base 200% additive crit chance on headshots, and his 2, this thing right here, which gives us the fire rate, reload speed, that snipers pretty much all need, so we don't have to run arcane momentum. I also changed something in my build from last video. I went combat discipline plus Arcane Avenger versus the aura mod I was using before, which was Worthy Camaraderie. That was the noob way. You get a lot more crit from the OG self-stem method with Avenger and Combat Discipline. The 45 additive crit. Yeah, it's just it's a much better way to get more crit than Worthy Camaraderie, which is just multiplicative 75% on headshots. I need to really be careful, like you just saw. That's just selling stuff I'm doing. That's the reason I've died so many times. I'm really sorry if I'm talking a lot. I'm just trying to explain as much as possible of what's going on. If anybody's interested in doing this, that's for the people that like snipers. It's really easy. You just have to get it set up, and then your aiming will do the rest. It's a nice little way I like to just relax and get Steel Essence and just play the game. I like snipers, so I would like more people to use them, because look how good the Vulkar is doing. Comes the Acolyte. That was the tankiest enemy in the game as of right now that we just one-shot killed at level cap. Let's see, I don't have it stacked up, but yeah, this is a bad example. I'm about to leave soon from the mission because I don't know why the enemies are spawning at a very slow rate. I was trying to get to 100k kills. I'm really close. This journey with the Vulkar Wraith to 100k kills has been interesting. I've learned a lot about it. I used to think it was ass at first, but I truthfully think the Vulkar Wraith is currently the second best sniper in the game, behind the Vectis Prime. It's definitely fighting for that spot with the Coda Spore-Thurks, the newest sniper that they just added. Just because the Coda Spore-Thurks has a really high base damage and its crit multiplier is really high, and there's just a lot that goes into it, but the Vulkar Wraith still has the augment that gives it the 60% prime chamber in every clip. I forget what it's called. I'm having a blank. But it's from the Steel Meridian syndicate, and it also has the unique meticulous aim augment that gives the 105% additive headshot multiplier. As you can see, I showed in the last video that the Vulkar also has the highest in the game zoom mode for the 70% headshot damage. The Vectis Prime doesn't even get to 70%. So the Vulkar Wraith just, what I'm trying to say is it has a lot going for it, which gives it that title, second best or third best. It's definitely one of those. Let's end this round. I'm trying to show a good amount of kills with this thing, and then we're gonna leave. Yeah. Anybody can do this. If I can do this, and I'm not even that good at this game. I'm good at Warframe, quotations. This is just a laid back way to get Steel Essence and loot, in my opinion, and using snipers. But at at this point, I think I've killed most of these enemies without using priming. If I prime any enemy and shoot them, they're gonna die in one shot. As you can see, like, they're always going to die in one shot if I prime them, so I'm just showing how crazy the Vulkar is at getting kills without priming. And it feels like I'm saying things from the last video I did on this verbatim, but it's just an updated version, a better version of it. I just want to say, Harrow, all he is doing is just giving me fire rate, and then the crit, and then the removal speed. That's all he's doing. The Vulkar Wraith is doing all the rest. So in terms of like damage, all he's doing in terms of damage is adding the 200% guaranteed crit to the build. And I'm just augmenting that with Arcane Avenger and the Darza Kavat that gives another 105% crit. So in total right now, additively, I'm just getting a passive 305% crit. And then there's also more crit coming in from Punk Procs, which is another 25% once you get a full stack. So that's 330% additive crit. And that's why you're seeing those those exclamation points whenever I get headshots occasionally. That red crit is the... I changed my red crits to black, by the way, but that exclamation point you just saw was the factor above, one factor above a normal red crit. And if you see the double exclamation points every now and then, you'll see it whenever you get the Darza proc and the Ninja proc. That's 2 factors above a normal red crit, so it's insane how much damage the Vulkar can do once you're getting those really high crit thresholds. We're about to leave soon. I'm just trying to show as much as possible how well this thing can do, and just discussing it. This is very easy to do. Anybody can do this. They just need a Riven. I mean, you don't need a Riven, but it just really it brings that Vulkar to what it really can do, because it has such a high disposition. It really benefits from the Riven. That. Nullifier. Also, this method, I would say, requires you to use headphones, just because that's honestly how I died so many times during this run. I've been in this mission for about like 3 days. Don't make fun of me. The people that can sit through fucking disruptions for hours on end without pausing the game. I have to pause the game. But yeah. Just trying to show as much as possible what this thing can do. Let me show you what this, now that I'm thinking about it. Let's test the Redeemer versus some Demolist real quick. And it's a knock, so let's see. Oh, almost. I'm telling you, the Redeemer can one-shot the Acolytes as a Acolyte Killer if you want to use it like that instead of the Glaive. The Glaive can be a little mundane after a while. I'll use this last Dimulus to leave. Every time I say I'll leave in my videos, so it takes me like another 10 minutes because I just I have so much fun killing high level enemies with snipers. And it just takes so long to get to these high level enemies.
Conduits about to reset. Feeling lucky?
I hope that these were enough beefy enemies to use as an example of why the Vulkar is just so amazing. I really want them to make a Prisma Vulkar. I think we're overdue for that, or a Kuba Vulkar. Right now we're at 16 minutes of the video. Let me just get a few more kills, and then I'll leave. I didn't even get. I'm a clickbait. I can't even talk. I'm a clickbait though the hell out of people that clicked on this. I'm gonna be very short for the 100k kills, but right now that my game is really glitching. They dropped like 14 hotfixes when this video comes out around this time. There's been like 14 hotfixes for this update. But look at this. This is insane. I hope this is capturing this, how laggy it's being. But yeah, 7.6k I'm at right now, and I need about 10k. It's just not gonna happen. Look how buggy it is right now. They gotta fix this. They gotta have to do a 15th hotfix to fix this. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. It's time to go. It's been time to go. But yeah, let's get a few kills with max priming, and then let's get out of here. These crits at those higher levels are being made possible from the additive crit, like I said, and also vigilante armaments. Okay, this is a great time to capture. So this will be my boss. You know this is time to leave whenever I'm getting the misery when he's spawning the extra acolytes. Alright, so let's try. I'm gonna see if I can one-shot him. The enemies are helping me now, but let's try to clear them out. Okay, we don't want him. He sucks for what we're doing, because he can nullify us out. Oh, they're all dead. Yep. Anybody can do this. All you have to do is just aim. Aim at the heads. That's what it requires. Aim at a head and they'll die in one shot. One more kill with max prime on a beefier enemy. We'll get out of here. Actually, one more Demolus. Just to settle in this point, and
Mind
then
you don't get flanked.
one beefy enemy, and then we'll get out of here. Our deadhead's about to. We don't need full deadhead. We're good. Yes, we're good. Alright. Shout out Seraph. Shout out Striker. Shout out all the cool people on this game that I met. And shout out all the people that care about snipers that are watching this video. Hopefully this incentivizes someone who thinks lesser of snipers to maybe pick one up and just try it once. I promise they're fun.
Well done, Tenno.
It's a lot better than just being brain dead and using your incarnate to kill everything in one shot. This is a weapon that they added so long ago, that's still standing a threat against, as you can see, max level enemies that are, yeah. Yep. Alright, let this guy. Okay, this is not looking good now. Alright. I promise one more kill and then I'm out. I'm sorry. Like I said, I know I can be annoying, but I just want people to see. Alright, I'm out. That was fun. This was one of my longest runs because I was trying to get the 10k kills with the Vulkar so I could get the 100k, but it's time to go.
And so we learn the importance of clarity.
Goodness gracious. Look at that. I know some bums that can do this and get to the wave I just got to in like 8 hours because y'all have no life.
Welcome, friends.
Quotations is no life. I don't have a life. Alright. The belt. You can place anything in these slots, but I really value the casting speed because Harrow takes an eternity to cast his abilities. It's the first 45 additive. In my opinion, this is one of the highest min-max builds I can make for snipers for what we're doing. The ribbon. This is the ideal ribbon you would want on the Vulkar. So let's actually get into that now. The ideal positives you'll always want on any sniper are multi-shot and crit chance. You'll always want those two first for the essential positives. The next third one is crit damage. Obviously, that's the god roll. But if you can't get your hold on an expensive ass, rare ass Vulkar ribbon that is perfect like that, you can go for heat to replace Hellfire, and or you can go cold to replace prime cryo rounds, which I don't. I'd go heat first or then cold, and then those are basically the only ideal positives I can think of. I don't really think reload speed is something you would want if you're doing the setup with Harrow, because that's a little diminishing. Any other positive is just not gonna be what you'd want to go for those one-shot kills. You'd want the crit damage. Yeah, and then obviously neg zoom, but you can go plus recoil as a negative, or negative infested, or negative corpus. It doesn't really matter. You don't need the god roll to do this, but this is what, obviously this is ideal that you'd want. This is my primer, and this is my acolyte killer. This is what it required to get to that one-shot kill capability, which I don't even think I got to do in this recording. But yep. Punk procs, that's the 25%, if I'm not mistaken. It's 20 or 25. The Darza Cavets, Cat Eye, 60%. And then the Avenger is that 45, and then you get the 200 flat once you've maxed out the Covenant damage. And it's just a lot of additive crit chance you're getting to add on to the Vulkar's crit chance of 62% with the ribbon. I hope that this was a good explanation video for anyone that's interested in the Vulkar or any sniper in general to be used. And what is wrong with my game? I need to restart. But let me see how far I am away from 100k on the Vulkar now. 97, so I need 3k more. And then anybody that's interested in this stuff or is still watching, yap. I want to show my next project that I'll be doing. I'll do 100k on the Parago. I've been waiting to use the Parago for a while, so shout out this guy right here. Love that guy. Alright. Thank you for anybody that's watching still. That could put up with my yap, and I hope that my explanations were well for people that are interested in using the snipers. This is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, way to use snipers to get one-shot kills. Warframe, all builds included. Thanks for watching.